Should not be comparing predators. I normally don't do this, but let's talk about these celebrities being predators. Hey, it's May Uplifting Others. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, hey Uplifters. So let's get into the celebrity tea. I normally don't talk about celebrities on my platforms, but situations that have come up in the headlines lately, people are talking about it, and they have, of course, their input, which everybody do, but it's a way to go about it. I feel like everyone has heard about this, or should have heard about it. I'm just going to speak on it. So first of all, the documentary came out about Nickelodeon, and people were in an uproar. They were mad. They had a lot to say about like parents being like not doing their jobs as parents. Everyone had a lot to say. And that's understandable because predators were amongst kids and they did things and the jokes and all that stuff. And all around the board, wrong, messed up, especially people knowing things and they decided to keep their mouths closed for a job. And that's never okay. If you're a bystander to a kid being touched, sexually harassed, any of that, it's never okay. Like, it's never okay. By you not speaking up, it makes it seem like you're the same way as the predator. Like, I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't know who have watched it, and I don't want to spoil the documentary or docuseries, however you want to say it. I don't want to spoil it for the ones that want to watch it, but a lot of things, a lot of yellow flags, red flags were there. So Dan, the way he acted, the sick jokes, and the way he clinged to certain kids, and the people that stood there and allowed it to happen, or like they just was quiet because they wanted a job. Like, of course, who don't want their job? But when it comes down to protecting kids, the kids come first. I don't care if it's your kid, the neighbor's kid. I don't care who kid it is. You should be protecting all kids at all costs. That's just my opinion. The whole Drake situation was so disheartening. Like, his dad knew that, I think his name was Brian, was a predator. Like, let's put it out there. Like, he was a creep. He's seen how he acted towards his son, and he wanted to prevent his child from being harmed in any way. So, of course, he made sure that he was doing his best to protect his child. And Brian, of course, what comes with predators, they are manipulative. They can talk their way into a lot of things because they seem nice, the way they act. Everything about them is charming, in a sense, some of them. So he charmed his way, putting stuff in Drake's head to make him think that his dad was against him. And the whole time, his dad was his biggest protector. It's just like, wow. And in my opinion, his mom really dropped the ball because his dad told his mom, like, don't have Drake around Brian by himself. And she did just that. Like, I don't understand why she didn't listen to that. I'm proud of everyone for exposing predators and stuff like that because it's hard to talk about trauma. It's hard to talk about what you've experienced and so many others have experienced, even if it's down to sexual harassment, if it's like making someone feel uncomfortable. All of it needs to be exposed because by exposing a predator, it's helping someone else. It's preventing someone else from getting hurt by that person. On to Diddy. Now, this situation is deep. It's a lot of evidence. It's a lot of just creepy stuff, if you ask me. I'm not getting too deep into it, but it's so much evidence against him. And I'm pretty sure, if not all, is true. You know that people have a way of, like, one person or a few people have a way of saying that they've been hurt by somebody and it's not true. But who are we to say that they weren't? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that it happens and it makes people, I don't know why, but it makes people iffy of victims coming out about their abuse. I've seen people on social media saying like, oh, y'all want to put Diddy in jail, but what about Dan Schneider? They got so much to say, and they make it about the race. They make it about black and white, and why is what's going on with him is more publicized than Dan, and it doesn't really matter. And I say this because a predator is a predator. You should not be comparing predators. Like, why are you doing that? Are you for right, or are you for who is black and who's white? At the end of the day, if someone is hurting someone else, they need to be exposed. It doesn't matter how it's exposed, it's that it's exposed. Because a lot of times, victims and survivors of sexual abuse and sexual assault, they never speak out about their abuse. They never report their abuse. They go on with their lives in silence about what has happened to them. For the people exposing it, good for you. Good for you. And it doesn't matter who it is. It could be the next door neighbor. It could be a relative. It could be whoever. If they are a predator, they need to go to prison for what they've done. It doesn't matter about who they are and how nice they seem, how good of a person you think they are. It's a known fact. Some predators have a good side and they have a bad side. Some predators are good at what they do. They like to charm. Some like to charm. They like to manipulate. They like to groom. There's a lot of things that go into being a predator. Don't victim blame or victim shame somebody because you think somebody is not a predator. That's never okay. I feel like exposing these predators is a must because in some form, there's a sense of justice being done. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.